The title of this episode is Choosing the Right Descriptive Statistics. For many researchers, knowing which statistical method to use for analyzing a particular set of data is a daunting task. In a previous lecture in the series, we have discussed how to choose the right inferential statistics. However, in this lecture, we will be looking at the modalities for choosing the right descriptive statistics. After listening to the lecture, you should have understood the basis for using the most commonly used descriptive statistics in reported literature. Statistics is broadly divided into two: descriptive and inferential. Descriptive, as the name implies, describes the population. Descriptive statistics helps users to describe and understand specific data sets by providing summary statistics for the data. These summary statistics can be presented numerically or graphically. Descriptive statistics are mainly grouped into three classes. Frequency distribution is used for categorical variables. Measures of central tendencies and measures of dispersion are used for numeric variables. Measures of central tendency provide a summary measure that attempts to describe a whole set of data with a single value that represents the middle or center of its distribution. There are three measures of central tendency: the mean, the median, and the mode. On the other hand, measures of dispersion describes the spread of the data. They include the standard deviation, the variance, range, interquartile range, and the quartile. Choosing the right descriptive statistics to use for a specific data set depends on a lot of factors. We will be using this flowchart to show us how we can select the correct descriptive statistics for our data set using a step-by-step approach. The very first step is to identify the type of data we are dealing with. Is it categorical or numeric? Please refer to the lecture on choosing the right inferential statistics if you want to know more about numeric and categorical data. If the data is categorical, the choice of descriptive statistics is the frequency table. A typical frequency table may have many rows and columns. Each row represents a variable or event in the study. The column represents the frequency, which is the number of times the event or variable occur in an experiment or study. This is a row. This is another row. This is another row. And this is the column. This is another column. What if the data is continuous? Things are a bit more complicated than the previous case where the data was categorical. You should first consider the distribution of the data. Is it normal or non-normal? If you want to know more about how to differentiate between normal and non-normal data using both graphical and statistical tools, please see my previous lectures titled Effective Use of Statistical Methods in Research, Part 1. It is available on this channel. For both normal and non-normal data, you will decide on the type of descriptive statistics you want. Is it a measure of central tendency? If it is, and your data is normally distributed, then you will opt for the mean. On the other hand, if all you want is a measure of dispersion, then you should opt for standard deviation or the variance as long as your variable is normally distributed. Please note that you should always use the standard deviation, as the variance is hardly used to demonstrate dispersion in literature. However, the variance is extremely important in the calculation of many advanced statistics such as ANOVA, ANCOVA, and regression. What if the distribution of the data is not normal? Again, just like when the distribution was normal, you still need to decide on the type of descriptive statistics you want. If it is a measure of central tendency, you have two options: the median or the mode. And if it is a measure of dispersion you want, your options are even more varied. You can do the range, percentile, and the interquartile range. We have come to the end of the lecture in which we have covered the important steps to choosing the right descriptive statistics for your research. In future lectures in the series, we shall describe in detail each of the statistical methods mentioned in this lecture. Stay with me. I am Oluwade Akende, a professor of orthopedic and traumatology at the Ekiti State University, Ado-Ekiti, in Ekiti State, Nigeria. I have been teaching SPSS in healthcare research since 2000 and 4. I'm also the author of Getting to Know SPSS, the best-selling book on SPSS in Nigeria. Apart from SPSS, the book also has a supplementary chapter on how to conduct online literature search, as well as one chapter each for Zotero and EndNote reference managers. I'm also the CEO of Post Educational Consult, which specializes in organizing training in statistical software and education. Please visit my website for downloadable PDF copies of my lectures and other information. Just scan the QR code with your phone camera. Check it out for more information on my book as well. The website also contained close to 50 downloadable PDF copies of my lectures in anatomy and orthopedics. Finally, you'll come across assorted information on medical practice in Nigeria. For more videos on SPSS, statistics, anatomy, orthopedics, and traumatology, please subscribe to my channel by scanning the QR code with your phone camera. Thank you for your time and attention. As they say in my language, ẹ ṣeun.